bubble. And it's actually pretty neat. Features. Awesome.
Status. Open your status displays now. The status information available to you is helpful. As captain, you have the same maps at your fingertips as your helm and tactical officers. Or to specify a destination for helm. Targets and nearby destinations are selected from the local map, which shows objects of interest around you. Open the local map view. Now touch any object on the map to select it as your target. Some orders you give to the crew require you to first designate a target or destination, exactly as you just did. When playing alone, or with AI members of the command crew, the captain gives orders to the AI officers. To give an order to a specific officer, look at them and use the orders system to select from the available commands. Remember, some commands will first require that you select a target or destination. Try ordering your chief engineer to prioritize power to engines. Some orders apply to the entire crew. To access these orders, look towards the central console in front of you. First, select the closest ship from your local map. Then try ordering the crew to investigate it.
Which one's engineering? I think it's that one. Lieutenant. I think that's Lieutenant Tanar. I suck at Vulcan names. Helmsman, tactical station. Okay, cool. What was the order for?
Understood. Full power to engines.
Staying with them. Locking on target. Initiating scan.
Oh, cool.
Scanning complete.
Enemy ship. Oop.
Following the target. Targeting. Engaging target. Changing target. Firing.
Impulse engines allow the ship to rapidly traverse great distances within a star system. When playing with an AI crew, you will need to choose a destination and give the orders to prepare for and initiate impulse travel. First, choose a destination from your impulse map. You need to select a destination from the impulse map. Now give the order to prepare for impulse. Your chief engineer will give more power to the engines, and your helmsman will lay in a course and align the ship.
Aye, aye.
Tell the crew to engage impulse flight.
Aye, aye, torpedoes disarmed.
Powering engines for impulse.
Making ready for impulse.
Oh, this game's gonna get a lot to get used to. Ah, there it is.
Course plotted. Aye, maximum throttle. Aye, aye.
The ship's warp drive can generate a warp field, distorting space around the Aegis and allowing you to travel to other star systems much faster than the speed of light. When playing with an AI crew, the captain chooses a destination and gives the orders to prepare for and initiate warp travel. Always bear in mind that charging the warp coils consumes most of the ship's power. The Aegis will not be able to maintain a full combat stance during these critical seconds. To go to warp, first choose a destination from your warp map. You need to select a destination from the warp map. Now give the order to prepare for warp. Your chief engineer will direct power to the warp coils, and your helmsman will lay in a course and align the ship to the correct heading. Now tell your crew to engage the warp drive.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Captains have overlays on the view screen with information about your ship's system status. Try the different views and overlays available. Open your view screen controls now. The target and magnify views only work when you are targeting another ship or object. Magnify provides an up-close view of your selected target. Target view provides enhanced situational awareness, showing both your own ship and your target at once.
Oh, cool. What if I stand up? I can see it better. Oh, not even. That happened. Magnify.
Sometimes, as captain, you may wish to take temporary control over another command station. This allows you to perform any of the functions of that role, then return to the captain's chair when ready. You cannot, however, take control of a station currently being operated by another player. To take control of another station, look at any of your AI command crew and activate orders mode. Now choose the Take Over option. You can return to the captain's chair at any time by tapping the orders mode button again.
I want to take over all of it.
In emergency situations, you can sound a red alert to notify your ship's crew. If you are playing with an AI as tactical officer, she will interpret a red alert as a request to prepare for combat. Try activating red alert now.
Arming torpedoes.
Awesome. Help overlay. Oh, there we go. Alright, the Aegis status, remission breeze, give the alert, notify. Oh wow, that's a lot. Huh. Engine emission.
Sometimes, as captain, you may wish to take temporary control over another command station. This allows you to perform any of the functions of that role. Then return to the captain's chair when ready. You cannot, however, take control of a station currently being operated by another player. To take control of another station, look at any of your AI command crew and activate orders mode. Now choose the Take Over option. You can return to the captain's chair at any time by tapping the orders mode button again.
I'm flying the spaceship. All right. Is this inverted? Feels like it is. Crystal.
No course plotted.
Oops. Let's go forward. Am I moving? Yep, I am moving. Sweet. Okay, let's go back to Alpha. $267.1 light year. Interesting. How do I? No, I wanted to do it.
Aye.
Aye, aye. Shields lowered. Torpedoes on safe.
Aye, Captain. We're on vector
Initializing
for
warp
warp.
protocols. Allocating power.
Warp course plotted. Lining up for warp. On your mark,
Coils
Captain.
Charged.
Aye, understood.
Get sick from that. No, let me take over. Let me take over. Dang it.
As helmsman, you are the ship's navigator, responsible for maneuvering the ship and navigating within and between star systems. Your crew depends on you to get the ship wherever needed, to avoid collisions with hazards in space, and to maneuver for tactical advantage in combat situations. Your local map can be used to mark ships
It's
and
a long
objects as
tutorial.
waypoints, to check your proximity to hazards, and gauge when you are close to being detected by hostiles. Touch any target on the map to select it. Your basic maneuvering controls allow you to give the ship forward or reverse thrust, to steer the ship to port or starboard, and to move the ship up or down on its vertical axis. The amount of thrust you can give depends on the amount of power your chief engineer allocates to engines. The more power your engines have, the more responsive the ship will be. Maneuvering controls are only available when your local map view is active. The throttle controls your speed and also allows you to reverse or make a full stop.
Calculating travel vector.
The heck is he talking about? Oops. That's cool. Oh, shut up. I don't think I'm supposed to do that yet.
Plotting course.
Oh, he's watching this now. Nate, you bum. Oi, monkey. Playing Overwatch my butt.
Your ship's impulse drive allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Switch to your impulse map. Select any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
Calculating travel vector.
Yeah, I think you messaged me right in the middle of my headset, so I can't see what these words are. Thank you.
Grab and push your throttle to...
Oops.
Your ship's impulse drive allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Select any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination. Up with your plotted course. Grab and push your throttle to engage the impulse drive. The ship's computer will automatically follow the course you plotted.
Hey, keep the comments clean.
The ship's warp drive can distort space around the ship to propel it faster than light across the vast distances between star systems. The tremendous amount of energy needed for warp travel will require you to coordinate closely with the chief engineer. To travel by warp, it is your responsibility to plot a course by selecting a star system on your warp map. When the course is plotted, you will need to align the ship with the proper heading. Before you can enter warp, your chief engineer will have to prepare the ship and charge the warp coils. Open your warp map now. Select a star system to plot a course to it. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course. Push your throttle to engage the warp drive. The warp coils can only remain charged for a limited time. The chief engineer will need to prepare the ship for warp again.
What lag? Hey, I'm in tutorial mode. Just relax. It's the first time. Relax.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The
Tutorial mode's
Aegis
not
is
supposed to be
designed
fun
to
and
avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As helmsman, the more thrust you are using, the farther away the Aegis can be detected. On your local map, you'll see a ring that expands and contracts as the ship's signature increases or decreases. When other ships come within that ring, they will detect the Aegis.
Really? Okay, there's a few more of these. Tactical and engineer. That's not what we
As the
tactical.
tactical officer,
bear with
you
me
are
here.
in charge of the
Bear with
ship's
me here.
weapons, defenses, and scanners. In combat situations,
Dark
you
Souls
must
3,
coordinate
2 hours
with the
long
rest
video.
of the bridge crew
Stream.
to protect the ship and deal with any threats to it. But you also have a crucial role in non-combat situations. It is the tactical officer's responsibility to scan nearby ships and other objects in the environment to reveal vital information about them.
What do you mean you made your own burger? What are you guys doing?
In order to scan anything or to fire on it, you must
Okay,
first
I had
target
Simon.
it. To select a
Actually,
target,
ramen.
simply select the appropriate icon on your map. Once you've selected a target, a display will show all currently known information about your selection. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
I'm actually trying to tap it with my actual hand.
You will often need to scan a target to learn more about it, or to locate people or objects of interest in another vessel. Some objects are scanned
Okay.
with a simple, general scanning action. This happens automatically when the object is targeted. More complex objects, like other ships, can be scanned for specific properties, such as the locations of any weak points in a ship's system. When an object has many features to scan, scanning them all at once is much slower
fail.
than scanning a single specific system. Scanning is required before it's possible to transport people or cargo off of another vessel, or before being able to target weak spots of an enemy's ship systems. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Here you can select what systems you want to scan. Scanning a single system will always be faster than scanning multiple at once. Also, the closer the ship is to the target, the faster you can scan. Scan the ship's engines now to reveal their status, and any weak points which would allow you to damage the engines directly.
That doesn't mean life found. Get back. Whatever's. Just fire at it. Dang it. Fire at it. That was fun.
As tactical officer, you have control over raising and lowering the ship's shields. When raised, the shields will charge up to maximum strength over time. They are your best defense against damage to the ship. When shields are lowered, or down to 0 strength, any damage to the ship may cause serious harm to onboard systems, or even loss of life to your crew. When shields are
be made
raised,
out of rabbits.
the chief engineer can direct power to them to increase their effectiveness. Raise the shields now. There is a delay while power is channeled into the shield emitters before the shields come online. In a combat situation, remember that you need to raise shields before the enemy fires. Photon torpedoes are a devastating weapon. They can automatically track a moving target and deliver heavy damage on impact. However, before you can fire them, you must first give the order to arm them. Arm your torpedoes now. Each torpedo tube takes time to load. Your supply of torpedoes for any mission is limited, so use them wisely. Target the nearby ship and fire torpedoes at it. Phasers are a versatile energy weapon. They continually charge over time, and when fully charged, your phaser banks hold enough energy to fire multiple shots at your target. Phaser banks automatically track your target, but only if it is within the indicated firing arc and within the current range of your weapon. The effective range and damage of your phasers is controlled by the amount of energy the Chief Engineer allocates to them. Target the nearby ship and fire phasers at it.
Oh, what fun.
Phasers can be used to precisely target weak spots of another vessel. To use this ability, you must first scan the desired subsystem of a target, such as its weapons or engines. Once scanned, you must then select that system. As long as a scanned system is selected, phasers will auto-target that system's weak points. To hit a subsystem, the target's shields must be down or inactive. Second, your ship must, or you are attacking from the wrong angle. Firing in subsystem targeting mode will do minimal damage. When dealing with other ships, targeting individual systems is a good way to disable them or neutralize a threat without outright destroying the ship. This may sometimes be necessary to accomplish your mission objectives. Target the nearby ship and scan its weapons systems. Scan the ship's engines now to reveal their status and any weak points which would allow you to damage the engines directly. Now select the ship's weapon systems to lock on to their weak points. Your phasers are now in subsystem targeting mode. Fire them for a precision attack. Until the target's shields are down, you will not be able to hit the targeted system.
Huh, that's pretty cool. I did fire the phasers. Oh, okay.
Very good. You have damaged the targeted system.
That took forever.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As tactical officer, arming torpedoes, firing weapons, and activating shields will each make the ship detectable from greater distances. To reduce the ship's signature, disarm torpedoes and lower shields now. The Aegis's prototype remote intrusion system can be used to send encoded signals and disrupt critical systems of other ships. Before it can be used, the tactical officer must scan the target. Once a scanned target is selected, an intrusion into its control systems is attempted via an automated routine. If successful, you may then choose to attempt any of the available disruption routines to temporarily cripple a specific system. Activate the remote intrusion system. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Select a scan target. Choose a disruption routine to inject into the target systems. Very good. But once used, the remote intrusion system will be fully occupied and unable to disrupt another target or system for some time.
Interesting.
Your ship is equipped with standard transporters for beaming objects or personnel aboard from other vessels or
I forget I won't be
locations.
able to use this
Transporting
chat
first
through
requires
YouTube.
the tactical officer to scan the target vessel or location. If any mission-critical items or personnel to transport, the target will appear on the transporter interface.
What?
It will take time to acquire a lock-on before you can beam, and you must remain in range
Kinda
for the lock
late,
to
isn't
succeed.
it?
The transporter cannot penetrate through your ship's own shields or those of another ship, so you must coordinate with tactical to make sure your shields are down when you need to transport. If you are attempting to beam something from a hostile vessel, your crew will first have to disable its shields. Activate the transporter interface. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Select the damaged ship from the list of targets. Lock on to the survivors aboard the ship to prepare for transport. To lock on, your ship must be in transport range and unshielded. The target's shield, if any,
Live in Italy.
must also be down.
Holy crap. If this is how the actual Star Trek would be like in real life, it's a boring job.
You have transporter lock on the survivors. Give the order to energize. The survivors are now safely aboard the Aegis, but you can only transport 6 at a time.
Still others aboard.
Anytime there are more than 6 targets to transport from a single vessel, you will need to perform multiple
Really?
transport cycles.
Wait, make me do the... Okay, thank goodness. One more. Engineer.
As chief engineer, you support
figured.
all other members of the bridge crew by keeping the Aegis operating in top condition. You monitor vital status information about the
heck am I
ship's
looking at?
systems, allocate power needed for maneuvering and combat, and manage the ship's power grid to compensate for damage or boost its capabilities. You also manage the ship's repair teams and keep an eye on how visible the Aegis is to other ships in the area.
Yeah. This is just a tutorial. Just deal with it for now.
Your system's display gives vital information about the
get
status of
familiarized
the
with
ship's
this.
various systems at all
Even though
times.
I forgot
When your
the other
ship
two
is
already.
suffering from negative effects, this panel provides information about the source and severity of the effect. As chief engineer, you have more detail about your ship's status than any other member of the crew. Activate your system's display now.
How do you think I'm gonna feel when I play it online? What's this one? Which one's shield? Yeah, I'm not gonna play online first. Freezers, okay. Engines, okay. Shields, okay. Good to know. Repair. Don't know. Let's see.
How you allocate power determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as chief engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now.
4v4 deathmatch. I already got the great stone. I'll play that later on. Later on tonight. Just want to get through this. And I heard this is a good game, so.
Now try giving maximum power to shields.
And I like
You'll
Star
have to
Trek.
reduce power to other systems first.
Oh.
Before the ship can travel between star systems, you must make the ship ready and charge its warp coils. This draws a tremendous amount of power, and you will be unable to make any further changes to power allocation or routing while prepping for warp. Begin preparing for warp now. Charge the warp coils. The helmsman will have a limited time to engage the warp drive, or the coils will automatically discharge to prevent damage to the ship.
Warp coils charged.
Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Okay, almost done with the tutorial.
When the ship sustains damage, it's up to you to deploy repair crews and get critical systems back in working order. You have a limited number of crews available. You may send multiple crews to repair a single system faster, or you may spread them out to work on multiple systems at once. We have simulated damage to your phaser banks and scanners. Assign repair crews to both systems to get them back to full working condition.
Sensor array restored.
미연이 나이가
Phaser array restored.
It's possible to increase the power to one or more systems beyond normal
Wait.
safe operating limits by rerouting the shipping extra power to shields by dragging an adjacent power node over to it. You have increased maximum shield strength by drawing some power from other systems. This situation is risky, though. The extra power flowing through those conduits could cause internal damage. When you use the rerouting system, you must keep an eye on the power grid and be ready to make changes as needed.
What power grid? I would suck as an engineer.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As Chief Engineer, you can monitor all systems which are affecting the ship's signature and gauge the range at which the Aegis will be detectable to other vessels. This information is vital when trying to avoid contact with hostile ships.
That was all of it. Okay. Getting a little bit dizzy, but oh well. Send it. No. Let's see where I would find my strength in all this. What the? I'm wearing black now. Okay.
Captain's log, Stardate 225-8.161. My crew is assembled,
subtitles.
and we're preparing to disembark on our expedition to the trench. Before we depart, however, Starfleet Command has asked us to complete one final exercise to confirm the Aegis's fitness for the mission ahead, and undoubtedly to test the readiness of her captain and crew.
Captain, we have a message incoming from Deep Space K7.
Okay.
Opening channel.
Aegis, we have a freighter coming to dock, and we've had a little trouble lately with smugglers trafficking invasive species. On your way out, I think it'd be best for everyone if you could just verify the ship isn't carrying any wildlife.
Scan.
You got it. Updating target. Scanning.
I'll let you know what I find out.
Oh, this is taking forever. You there?
Aye, following the target.
Just closer to this dang thing. Okay.
I am not detecting any unusual life forms aboard the freighter,
Full
Captain.
stop.
I'll let K7 know the ship's clean.
What the hell to plot course together? Dang it. Oh well, this will be fun.
Yes, Captain. Prioritizing power to engines.
Aye, aye. Warp
Preparing for
vector
warp.
aligned.
Diverting power.
Warp course laid in. Aligning warp vector.
Ready
Course
for
laid
warp.
in,
Levels are
Captain.
nominal.
Charged.
Aye, aye.
Looks like a dump. Wonderful.
I'm picking up a distress signal, Captain. Channel open.
USS Aegis. My vessel has lost all power and our life support systems are nearly exhausted. We have a crew of 6. I request that you take us aboard your ship as soon as possible.
That looks like crap. Nothing but debris. Debris.
Aye, Captain. Locking new target. Scanning target.
Aye, Captain. Throttle to 0.
That's gonna take some time.
Aye, understood. Following. Aye, 1/2 throttle.
Aye, Captain. Balancing power allocation.
Aye, understood. Bring her to full stop.
Captain, we have life signs.
Staying with them.
Acquiring lock. Energizing.
The vessel is empty, and all crew members are accounted for.
Aye, Captain. Full stop.
Readings indicate a minor subspace distortion effect.
We have a priority message incoming from Starfleet Command.
Captain, we've lost contact with one of our survey vessels, the USS Nicholson. You're the closest ship to their last known position. We need you to locate the vessel and render any aid they may need. We're sending their last coordinates to you now. Starfleet out.
Alright, what the? Did my stream die? Oh no, my stream's still going. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's still good. Section 6.
Calculating travel vector.
Aye, Captain.
Allocating engine power for impulse.
Plotting impulse course. Course plotted. On your mark. Aye.
Okay, light speed 2.1.
I have a new report from maintenance to check out.
Captain, I'm detecting gravitic mines in the area. If we get too close, they'll be attracted to our hull, and the damage could be severe. We should keep our distance.
22. Repairing this one.
The environment is inhibiting the effectiveness of our sensors, Captain. We are, however, detecting pockets of plasma coolant. They may provide clues as to the Nicholsons' whereabouts.
Aye, aye, Captain. Adjusting to new heading. Aye, aye.
Roger that. Target selected. Engaging.
Target.
Arriving at our destination.
Aye, Captain. New target locked. Scanning. Full
I will
scan.
update your panel, Captain.
Aye, aye.
Sensors are detecting a distress beacon, but it is not a Federation frequency. It looks like a civilian vessel needs assistance as well.
I'm picking up a signal on emergency frequencies. On screen.
Something may be off. Phaser array is
Aegis, according to my engineer, our engines are locked in some sort of malfunction cycle. If we could temporarily override them, I think we can fix the problem.
Aye. Throttle to 0.
Yes, Captain. Changing target. Scan initiated.
Transferring analysis to your panel, Captain.
Understood.
Oops.
Raising shields. Torpedoes arming. You got it. Locking on target. Initiating scan. Roger that. Disarming torpedoes.
What is this thing? Got really quiet since I actually started playing.
Our subsystems will be moderately compromised by the anomaly, Captain. I am sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye. Full speed ahead.
Okay.
Affirmative. Maximizing power to engines.
Aye, aye, Captain. Targeting. Scanning target.
There's a tiny leak in one of the EPS conduits. Any idea where?
I finished the scan.
I believe our lost ship is showing on sensors now, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
Being hailed.
Bring her to full stop.
Aegis, this is the USS Nicholson. Our vessel is severely damaged and leaking radiation. Most of my crew escaped, but a few of us are trapped in a forward compartment. I need you to transport us off the ship. And then, well, she's too dangerous. We can't just leave her floating out here. You'll have to scuttle her.
Oh dang, that time limit on that.
Aye, understood. Following the target.
Scan for life.
Moving out of the anomaly. Follow.
Aye, target selected. Scan initiated. Scan complete. We've got life signs.
Staying
Aye,
with
Captain. Dropping shield.
Acquiring transporter lock. Energizing.
Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Bringing her to new heading.
I should send a technician to the Jeffries tube for a better measurement.
Aye, aye. Updating target.
Aye. Throttle to 0.
Oops, I didn't get away further enough from that.
Affirmative. Starting repairs on warp core.
Aye, Captain. Following.
Acknowledged. Prioritizing power to engines.
Aye, Captain.
Oops.
Shields raised. Arming torpedoes.
Again.
Aye, aye. Full power to engines.
Yes, Captain. New target locked.
No valid target.
Plasma coolant levels are nominal.
Aye, aye, Captain. Following the target.
Aye, aye. Locking new target. Scanning.
I suck.
Scan complete.
Aye, aye. Full stop.
Roger that. Starting disruption attempt. Updating target.
Warp core repaired.
Warp core
Captain, all systems are restored.
Target system.
It looks like that fixed it. We should be able to take it from here. Thanks for your help. You probably just saved all our lives.
Aye, aye. Locking new target. Scanning. Captain, I have an update from
Transferring
Starfleet
data
Command.
to your panel, Captain.
They're sending us new coordinates.
Plotting course.
Aye.
Torpedoes on
Diverting
safe.
power for impulse.
Laying course for impulse.
Warning.
Entering anomaly.
Environmental hazard detected.
House moment, I need you to check out the launchers. I think there may be a corrupted subroutine.
I'll look it over.
Understood. Target selected.
No target selected.
Aye, Captain.
Oh, what the?
Captain, I'm getting something on the distress channel. Putting it on screen.
Heck.
This is Captain Jameson of the Kobayashi Marsh. We've struck a gravitic mine. We've lost all power and our hull has been penetrated. Life support systems are failing. Our position is Gamma Hydro Section 10. Please, you must help us.
Full stop.
Are you serious?
Aye, understood.
Captain.
Throttle to half.
That places them in the Klingon neutral zone. Entering the zone would put us in violation of treaty.
Aye, aye, Captain. New target locked. Opening fire.
Okay.
We're approaching the Klingon neutral
Staying
zone,
with
Captain.
Okay. The Kobayashi Maru is just one of
Fire control systems efficiency.
Spock's tests. Great.
Initializing a level 3 diagnostic.
Aye. Changing target.
No target
Alert
selected.
medical.
Aye, understood. Setting throttle to full.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Aye, aye. Targeting. Scanning. Scan complete. Life signs detected.
281. Holy crap.
Following.
You got it. Lowering shields.
Establishing lock.
Aye. Bring her to full stop.
Captain, I have noticed a pattern of unusual sensor echoes. They are indicative of the recent use of a cloaking device.
Energizing. Others are still awaiting transport.
Following the target.
Acquiring lock.
Ship deployment detected. Aye,
Cannot
Captain.
transport
Shields
through
up.
active shields.
Torpedoes arming. New contact. One enemy vessel. Aye, Captain. Locking on target. Scanning.
Warbird.
I've finished the scan.
Who's he hitting? Okay.
Yes, Captain. Attempting system disruption. Stand by. Target selected.
Particle analyzers are reacting, Captain. There may be a cloaked vessel operating in the area.
I'm in. Target system disrupted.
Follow.
Roger that. Shields lowered.
Acquiring transporter lock.
Enemy vessel decloaking. Hostile contacts
Shield
detected.
interference is
Aye,
blocking
aye.
the transport.
Shields raised.
Oh crap. Okay.
Aye, aye, Captain. Locking on target.
I don't know what to do.
Aye, targeting. Enemy vessel is Kobayashi Maru is at 50% hull integrity. Hostile destroyed. Yes, Captain. Changing target. Aye, Captain. New target locked. Enemy retreating. Enemy vessel destroyed. Hostile ship decloaking. Aye, aye. Updating target. I've got multiple hostile contacts. Kobayashi Maru, 25% hull integrity.
Yeah, well, this is gonna blow up and then we're gonna die.
You got it. Blocking new target. Kobayashi Maru hull, 10%.
It's a bird of prey. Wonderful.
Enemy vessel, breaking contact.
Staying with
target selected. Firing.
That's good to know.
Shields, 50%.
Congratulations, Captain. You and your crew have just completed the Kobayashi Maru simulation. I know it's not easy to face a no-win situation like that, but it's a necessary test, both for Starfleet and for yourselves. I think we all have a better idea now of the decisions you'll make when there's no obvious right answer. Based on your overall performance, I'm not only clearing the Aegis for Operation Distant Shore, I'm recommending that you lead the expedition into the trench.
What is that supposed to mean? Well, I only saved 6 people. Oh, that sucks. Okay. I just got everyone killed. I feel like doing down again. I would not be able to save it though. Well, you know what? I will probably do episode 1 next time. I have some other things to take care of. And thanks for watching. Second gameplay. Second stream. Not gonna make it my actual job or anything, but just for fun. Maybe next time for another stream I'll do episode 1. It depends if I get RE7 for the VR, and I'll stream that. Alright. Thanks. See yas. No, stop it. There you go.